Hello, hello, my green skin. And this is Orc War Chief Reviews. And I know we were going to have Death Race 2000, but this is going to come up a little bit before it because it's something new
Kind
that's
of.
come out. That something new that came out that's based off some old property. And you know, sometimes I have to kind of talk about something. Usually, it's either something comic book, something like that. Like I'm not going to bother doing a Batman review because, everyone else and their grandmother's done it, but this kind of annoys me. Let me break down a little bit of history here. If you were around in the 80s and 90s, there was something called the Disney Afternoon.
I remember it.
And that Disney Afternoon had some decent shows. Not everything that came out of the Disney Afternoon was good. Let's be honest. Not every, but you got some pretty decent stuff. Now around this time, I was loosely getting out of, like, I was still in the cartoons, but like I was heavily into anime at this time.
Before anime was
Like,
even a thing in the West.
yeah. Oh, fuck that anime. To a lot, anime became a thing because some Kardashian fucking wrote off on it. Part of my pun, but and yeah, that's how I feel about modern anime. So it tells you that right now how I feel about the newer stuff. And not to sound like an old Kermuffin, but while people were watching Sailor Moon, I was watching Akira. When people were watching Dragon Ball, I was watching Ghost in the Shell. When people were watching, Naruto, I was watching fucking, Gorman or Blood Plus or some of the other really hardcore animes back in the day. So for me, anime
Don't you
was kind
mean
of my
don't you mean
yeah.
Blood the
So
Last Vampire?
yeah, Blood the Last Vampire, whatever it was. I can't actually remember anymore because it's been that long. Vampire Hunter D. There you go. We'll solve the problem right there. So anything that would make me stop and look at cartoons was a good thing. For example, the Disney Afternoon, Darkwing Duck, Rescue
Yeah.
Rangers, and Gargoyles, which were amazing.
I am still kicking
Gargoyles,
myself for not having watched Gargoyles, but in my defense, there were other shows on at the same time, like Batman the Animated Series and Beast Wars.
yeah, Batman and Beast Wars were both on different times. The Disney Afternoon was on like thing. I had the luxury of in the happy coincidence that we had a movie rental store that got their hands on anime before people knew what anime was.
Yes, and
Uh
Violence Jack was in the kids section. Or Ghost in the Shell and
Violence.
Akira.
No. We had hentai in the kids section, which was freaking hysterical. But I won't get into that magical. I won't get into that magical tale of awesomeness. Uh, not online anyway. So, um, it got interesting. So Disney came out with their Disney Afternoon, and now years later, they've decided to talk about Rescue Rangers. We're going to be talking about this brand new show. The only reason I actually gave a shit was because it was Rescue Rangers. I probably wouldn't have cared. I am so out on Disney stuff. The only reason I even know about that, whatever that movie was was because I like the actress from Brooklyn Nine that's in it, and I also and that stupid we don't talk about Bruno no. Like that's the only thing I fucking know. Otherwise, I wouldn't even known that existed.
Did you even know this movie was coming out? Because to me, this just came out of nowhere. Like,
Fucking fucking no clue. No clue at all. I wasn't even paying attention. And everyone says, Disney, that Walt Disney, the whole idea that Walt Disney might still be that myth that Walt Disney's still alive, and they tragically froze him. I gotta say, no, Disney's dead. Because if he was still alive, he would have woke up from that cryostasis and said, "Kill me." Because Jesus, hell, this was garbage.
So now he's dead either way.
Wow. Yeah, well, yeah, he's dead either way. So, and it's a good thing, it's a great thing. I think Walt Disney, if he was still alive now, he'd be mortified. And our special voice guest, Dark's kitten.
Oh, you can hear him. That's how
Yeah.
much he hates the movie, and he can't even see yet.
See, yeah, he hates the movie. So, meow. So, and he brings it closer. Okay, so
Technically,
we're
this
gonna
review is a cat video.
yeah, it's a cat video. Okay, so we'll have to move the kitten away from the mic at least a little bit. So now let's break this down. Now, of course, we have to do this a little different because there are going to be people that want to, punish themselves. And so people who want to punish themselves, we're going to rate the video first. The first video is going to be, we'll give our ratings, then we'll go through it. So, all right, what did you give this movie?
I gave it a 4.5 out of 10,
I gave it a 2.
which is 2.25 out of 5,
Yeah, I gave it a 2.
which is a 1
A
out of 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give it a 1 out of 5. At that point, I'd give it a 0.5 at that point. Like that's how bad this is for me. This is awful. And we're going to break it down. So spoiler alerts, if you want to still watch this flaming hot garbage. And it's flaming, it's hot, and it is garbage. Let's first break down the music.
What music? The only songs that stick out are newer, modern renditions of the theme song, and that
Yeah, even that.
that god
You know
awful
what?
gimmicky rap they did.
Yeah. Like, honestly, this music was garbage. And, it makes me wonder. Like, I can't help but think to myself, this is the company that gave us music like, Notre Dame, which had an amazing theme,
Oh
amazing
yeah,
sound.
Hellfire is
Like,
probably the best Disney song ever, in my opinion.
yeah, Hellfire is amazing, and the music as a whole, when he's swinging around that entire thing, you can listen to that soundtrack. The only thing I remember of note is I think
But
it was either
to be fair, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, they also did give us Hakuna Matata.
yeah, but yeah, I know, but we're not worrying about that. We're not worrying about that. And again, I'm just saying openly, their music has always been amazing. Like this was the company that not only could Kakuma Tada, it's the bare necessities. Do 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 do. If you wish upon a star, like fuck, I can go on and on and on. This was the company that gave us amazing music, and the only thing I can remember is a throwaway joke they did when Dale pulled out his head. When Chip pulled out his headphones and he was listening to fucking Slayer. That's it. That is the only throwaway joke. That's how bad this is. Nothing. A nothing burger. So, what did you think of the most important part of any animated anything, the CG in this?
Okay, I can't comment on the 3D characters because standard for the day, but what's drawing my attention is how Chip was animated. Obviously, he is in 2D, and Dale was CGI'd. And
Chip Gadget, Monterey Jack, and a
yeah,
couple other characters all use that style.
now
Like, go ahead.
I will start with the positive. They put some grain on them, which
Mm.
is authentic for its time. Even though we know that if anyone did a proper remaster, they'd probably do some grain removal. But
Mhm.
they went to the effort of putting grain.
Mhm.
But the other problems are also sticking out too much. Like the movements are not fluid. I don't know why modern animation when they do 2D um a
Well, it
lot of
also
people seem to
doesn't
have
help that
trouble
this is
getting them
that it
to move
also doesn't.
smoothly.
Yeah, it also doesn't help. Well, no, except for the Japanese seem to do it right. Uh
That's all because they only do 2D animation. CG to them is just like
no,
background
no, no,
stuff.
no, 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 no. CG. No, they do CG and a lot of different stuff. A lot of the live action shows have CG shit in it. Well, Kamen Rider, Power Rangers.
Power Rangers is not
Fucking
anime.
yeah, no. But there's a lot that they've done that's kind of a mix of the both. That's just really
Actually,
well done.
this is weird. This is weird. Look at anime. CG animated anime look weird, and the movements are just way off.
Yes,
But
you are right. You are right. But compared to this looks bad.
no,
Like
no.
they
But
try to go.
the point I'm trying to make is that when anime tries to go CG 3D, it doesn't look good. But they're so good at 2D. But when for some reason when Hollywood tries to do 2D, they fail at it, and they're better at CG at this point in time.
Zone of the Enders 2 looks better than this. Zone of the fucking Enders 2 looks better than Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers and their art style. That tells you something.
So
Also had a hot redhead. The biggest problem with this is that they tried to make Chip and Dale. They tried to make Dale. We can't do the CG stuff because the CG stuff is par for the course. Actually, it looks bad, but that's literally what it looks like right now. Next is the cartoon characters. The sad thing is they could get the cartoon characters somewhat right. Look at Roger Rabbit for a split second. He somewhat looks good, but that's because they moved past him. All the characters are somewhat 3D models tried to indicate a 2D atmosphere. It's
yeah,
really bad. Like it really doesn't look good. Like
that's what I wanted to get
there.
at. They put the grain on Chip, but and the other 2D characters, but their movements they still look like they're made on a computer because they're not moving like
Yeah.
cartoon characters from the 90s and
Well,
80s.
how the fuck does Roger Rabbit still to this day looked better than that other movie, than this movie? Think about that. We have almost 20, 30 years, almost 30 years, actually, very close to 20 to 30 years advancement in technology, and it still looks like crap. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of some of this amazing. There's old video game music that exists from back in the day, and the problem is that the new tech that exists now can't run Mode 7 and other stuff. It just doesn't know how to operate it. So the music just sounds like fucking garbage compared to what it is. Like there's some soundboards and other companies that exist. They're just far superior sound, music, quality, and it just sounds awful nowadays. It just there's quite a few things that they just didn't fucking do right. And it's just the way it is. And this just looks awful. It's
Yeah,
just new.
didn't look
This
great.
is
It
yeah.
needs
You know
more
what I gotta.
polishing.
Yeah, newer doesn't always mean better, and that's the great thing about this movie. That's the one thing. This proves what I'm doing is right. Showing people old stuff, this proves it. I'm right. You all wrong. And this movie is my living testament that y'all don't. Newer is not always better. This was garbage. Kung Fury did it better.
Kung Fury is
Kung
awesome, but that's a different breed of filmmaking we gotta
no
talk
no
about
no
in the
no no
future.
no 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 no. I know we are. Kung Pao did it better. Kung Fu Hustle did it better. These are older fucking movies. Oh, just fuck. That drives me nuts. It's like you got this opportunity. Okay, so you want to do a remake. Well, I know we're going to get to story in a bit, but you wanted to do a remake to Roger Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Put the setting in that type of world, and you fuck it up. You can't even fucking you suck, Disney. Okay, next let's get to acting. Oh,
The idea
wow.
that the best acting came from the voice actors, and I mean the classic voice actors who came back to do their roles, like
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Cumming and who does Gadget? What's her name? Is it
I
Trish
can't.
something?
I can't remember who did it, but she actually did a good job, even though she had like a very short role. Um, eh, eh. Okay, first of all, Steph Rogen, stay away from the weed, Seth. Seth, the weed ain't helping you, Seth. The weed
Nope.
should not be giving you acting role. The weed should not be giving you roles, Seth. You used to be funny. I used to enjoy you, but it's clear that you've smoked too much weed.
The guy's a joke, and the I guess to
No,
sum it
no,
up,
no, no. No, no,
yeah,
he was funny. There was quite a few times I used to laugh at Seth Rogen whenever I heard, "Oh, Seth Rogen's in something. I'm going to enjoy this."
he's a different person now from what I
He
hear.
needs to get away from the weed. He needs to get the fuck away from the weed. He's either if the weed was what saved his if the weed was either smoke more or smoke way less or smoke way less because Jesus, dude, you're in 7 parts in this movie. I think 8 actually.
And he
But you're
sucked
in
in all of
7.
them.
He sucked in all of them. I didn't enjoy any of it. It just wow. None of the cast sounded good. None. If you actually like, I watched it. I had to watch this fucker twice because we went a little long, so I had to watch it again. And I'm even more annoyed by watching it fucking twice. I hate this thing. I hate. Awful, awful. Yeah, none of the cast had. The only person that felt like she was actually doing something was the live action woman. I don't know her name, but I actually
Kiki,
enjoyed.
Kiki Lane.
Yes, I liked Kiki Lane. Kiki
I
Lane was the only
I found Kiki Lane to
Kiki.
be flat and uninspired.
Well, I thought Kiki Lane was okay compared to who was doing what. I at least enjoyed Kiki Lane to a point. Oh, and
Carry
okay,
on.
okay. Kiki Lane was again, guys. This is why these reviews are honest. We don't sit back. We actually try to do these all in one take. that's why background shit will randomly pop off, and if we can get away with just going on, we'll go on. Live reactions, honest reactions.
Yep.
He I enjoyed her because she seemed to give a shit. Not a big shit, but she seemed to give a shit. And you know what? I can say for this, if you would have given me this script, I would have been I would have felt like high. I went, okay, float me a. Hey, Seth, can you spot me some? I'm gonna need some weed to fucking get through this one. I know I'm gonna need a lot of weed. Seth, give me your entire fucking weed supply. God
Well,
damn it, just
well,
cut your
my
veins
question
open,
is,
Seth. I'll turn.
my question is, if you looked at it in a normal state and thought it was that bad, why would you even want to finish it?
Well, if I was acting in it, but I didn't want to finish this movie. I watched it all the way through because I felt like I see that's the problem. That's the biggest problem with this movie. I felt like there's got to be something. There's got to be something. Like that was my worst. That was my problem. This was something that I wanted to see that I thought was going to give me something. Like I mean, the idea of doing a Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit again, is appealing to me. It's like, wow, I've never seen this movie ever again. Well, they really did a good Rogers, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was a really good movie. So it's the same reason why people watch why people watch the Ghostbuster series, like Ghostbuster Afterlife. People want to see that lightning in a bottle go off again. I was hoping that I was going to see lightning in a bottle. It turned out that the only lightning I saw was, was the blue flame of people farting in that bottle, trying to capture their own farts and lighting it on fire. This was
Uh,
bad for that. Now let's break down the fucking story, because goddamn, we have to do the story.
okay, so basically,
Cameo the movie.
cameo the movie. This
Cameo
movie,
the
it
fucking movie.
this movie isn't a long-awaited episode of Rescue Rangers, and correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, did the original cartoon end on, like, did it have a finale, or was it just another episode and that's where it
I
ended?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since like way back in the day, because I don't feel like I never had an interest in getting the DVD collection. I picked up the Gargoyles stuff. I got Gargoyles. Like the second I can get some VHSs of Gargoyles, I fucking got that. But I never thought to ever pick up Rescue Rangers. I don't
Well,
remember how it ended.
Well, instead of doing a feature length episode finale or one big adventure, or at least something to get the franchise back and continue as it was, they instead went for these characters are not the characters from the show. These are actors who played the characters. They're
Who
animated.
framed
Yeah,
Roger Rabbit? Who
they're
framed
doing a
Roger
Space
Rabbit?
Jam, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Humans and cartoons live together in the world,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So that's
No,
what
no,
you're gonna get.
that's yeah, and that's the pro. No, 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 no. Don't insult Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's not what we got. We got fucking Cameo the movie.
So,
Why would you put Ugly Sonic in anything? Ugly
I
Sonic is not a liked character. The internet revolted against Ugly Sonic.
Yeah, so with the help of Ugly Sonic and some other characters, there's talks of the show coming back and all the characters coming back together. And in the process, Monty gets kidnapped because
No, no, no.
he was
Monty gets basically Disney wanted to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That this is how angry I am. I just I just want to keep going. Disney Disney's has a boner because they want to realize they don't want to lose their copyright of Mickey Mouse. And they realize that the copyright that they've been illegally keeping tabs on stuff for years. Because Disney is now an evil corporation that probably snorts that the heads of Walt Disney every once in a while when they get a hit, when we fall for when the mass consumers fall for their stupidity, they snort a little bit of Walt Disney's ashes. Oh yeah, I
so
fucking hate.
yeah,
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
long story
This
short,
this this
Monty gets kidnapped, and the two characters have to go rescue him in a Rescue Rangers style adventure buddy
It's
detective
not even a
thing.
rescue. It's not even a
Well,
rescue
it's in it.
ranger style. It's not even
Well,
an attempt to do something decent. That's the
but that's the movie,
problem.
and
This movie is garbage. That's what's the problem. The problem is this is crap. I don't mean to shit on you like this. This is how annoyed and angry. See, we should have done this last night. I wish we didn't have the problems we had last night, because now I had to watch it again to remember shit because I forgot the movie. Now I'm even more mad. You gave
blimey.
not only yeah. Now I'm even more pissed off. Before I was like, ugh. Now I'm like, fuck this movie. And here's
It's
what bothers me. Here's what bothers me. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's okay. It's a now movie." Where'd they get like you know what it is? It's fucking key jandling in front of your face. The movie. Oh, look at this character. You see Randy Marsh in the corner. South Park character. I remember. Do you remember South Park, Doc?
Yeah, every shot there's always a some kind of cameo by a character from an IP, Disney or not. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell's Blaster from Transformers doing there? What's
Well, his copyright claim is under Disney because Disney owns Hasbro.
I don't know if they own them. I know they work together, but owning, I'm not sure about that.
A lot of times, if Disney works with something, they probably have a whole fucking market of shares in it because Disney is an evil corporation. That's pretty much gotta copyright. They're gonna copyright the claim in this fucking thing like they did every other fucking you suck. You want to know why no one does it? No one's doing an evil review of this and saying this is garbage. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's a blah blah. It's because they're all afraid of the fucking mouse. Well, fuck you, mouse. Your movie sucked, and it's garbage.
I live more than half. I live halfway across the world. What are they gonna do to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Not even Disney
Can't
can
get
catch me.
Yeah. If this gets taken off because of because of copyright stuff, I'll have him put it up, and so one way or another you're screwed, Disney. Don't worry. Saudi Arabia will buy you soon, so it won't fucking matter. Well, Saudi Arabia already owns a percentage of Disney, but we won't get into that. You evil corporation.
I very much doubt that. So,
Actually, do some research. see, Disney, you made me so mad. I started to do research, like the fact that you used Peter Pan as a villain. You used Peter Pan, and you used the actual story of the actual actor not being able to get fucking film after the movie.
oh yeah, I
How
wanted to bring that
awful
up.
that
That is
that is awful.
That is what everyone's talking about. This is what pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah,
The kid who played
exactly.
Peter Pan, who voiced Peter Pan, could not get work, and now that Peter Pan, the actor who played Peter Pan, is older, beer belly, unshaven, unkempt. He's the villain trying to make a
Yeah,
living by bootlegging everything.
yeah. And here's what's even worse about that. You know what really bothers me about that? There's a scene where he runs into one of the Lost Boys, and they're like, "Peter, what happened to you?" He says, life. He basically does the one thing Disney shouldn't do, and that is literally say, life sucks and everything dies. Like the idea of Walt Disney stuff. Like, and I guess people forgot. Walt wanted to create a magical world, something that took you out of reality. And to use fucking Peter Pan to say that, fuck you, fucking SNL writers. You suck. This is why SNL sucks. SNL sucks because writers are like that. This movie is garbage. You know what? Fuck it. One out of fucking. This made me so mad. I'm dropping the rating again. It's 1 out of 10. This was hot garbage. This was nothing more than other than the few times I laughed. I laughed 3 times in
I
this.
mean, I still keep it a 4.5 because I think that inside the script there was probably a good movie in there. The problem is the execution. It's just full of
You know what?
there's too many
You know what?
puns. There's too many cameos, needless cameos. There was no substance to this movie. I'm not expecting
There
there to
was.
be so much substance, but at least have some kind of structure. But it's
Why not? No, why the fuck not? It's Disney. This
it's
is what
Chip and
bugs me.
Dale, and I'm not
No,
saying that
no,
in a
no,
bad
no,
way.
no, 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 no,
I'm just
no, no.
saying
It's Disney. It's Disney. This was the same company that made you believe. That's
this
what
is
floors me. That's the
Disney
fucking
now
thing.
is not that same company, and we could
No,
go
it's
in.
a
We could go.
corporate. It's on and on about the evil corporation that is Disney. But you know what? Disney.
Just for the record, I am not anti-capitalist.
Just for the record, I don't give a fuck when something sucks. When something's, I don't care if it's, I don't care if it's made, I don't care where it was made, what it was made of, how it was made. If it's good, I like it. If it sucks, I'm not gonna like it. There might be the political crap in the background that might turn me off it. Yeah, sure, it happens to everybody. We're all human beings. But this was awful. None of this was funny. It was Cameo the movie. It became like there were three times I laughed in what was supposed to be a comedy. And like I never enjoyed this. And this is why when we do movies, I go back to the old stuff because the old stuff makes me fucking laugh.
Is it weird
I'm sorry.
that in my opinion the best movie, the best post millennial movie, basically anything after 2000, is Rambo 4?
Is it like no, there has been some good movies. I liked John Wick. I did like John Wick. I did think John Wick was something original, something fresh, and something good. Like, you know what? You know who made a good movie, a good continuation movie was the last Bill and Ted movie. Also, as much as no one liked it, I thought Dumb and Dumber 2 was okay.
Oh, I like
Like
Dumb
I
and
thought
Dumber
that
too.
was good. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was funny. There were moments in there I just laughed. Okay, I hear people say that movie's awful, but here's the thing. I fucking laughed at least. I fucking laughed, okay? If a movie makes you at least laugh and it's a comedy, that's a good thing. Like that's a good thing. This never made me laugh. It's supposed to be a comedy, and it's awful. Like I'm gonna have to put this like, this will probably come out tonight. Like I'll probably put it up before I go to bed, and then I'll start passing around. But I'm still tempted to put do I call this a review, or should I just put the review of the awful Chip and Dale's movie? I think I'll put that as it. The awful crappy Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie.
It's not a
That's what I'm gonna
review.
put this up.
It's a rage fest on your
Yeah, it's
end.
not a review. Well, no, it's not a review. Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm going to step on my soapbox every once in a while and just say, fuck it. If it sucks, it sucks. Like, that's how I look at it. You know what? I watched a great movie that came out I think it was last year. A buddy of mine got me a copy of the movie Nobody, which we'll do in the future. We might do good action movies. And I enjoyed Nobody. It was a good movie. I enjoyed every minute of it. My friend hated it, and so I was like, "Oh, well, it's not that good." I thought it was going to be like Falling Down, and it's like, no, no, no. This was great. This movie, I enjoyed every minute. I enjoyed every minute of Nobody. This was not a good movie. And here's the sad thing. If you're a fan of Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, it's not it's not even a good send off to a decent show. Like this does not send Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers anywhere but to the fucking grave. I hope Disney does like, and the sad thing is, what if hypothetically, let's just say hypothetically, what if they decided to do a TV series based off this? You know what? It could work a little bit. It could. It could, in theory, be okay. Maybe I'd give it a pass if they had done certain things right. But because they just butchered it, this was a butchering. It just doesn't work now. And you know, uh, freaking Corn or Torn or whatever the hell the name of the show was, did this better. And that was a TV show about a barbarian warrior who conquered his realm, and he shows up in our reality, and he's from this magical place called Zendar, I think it was called, and like it was a Fox TV show. It did it better. It was more funny. I had more of a laugh. This was awful. This was just Disney showing off stuff. and putting up a crappy reference of bootleg stuff. Yeah, it's garbage. One
Yeah,
one out of
not
one.
great. I don't see
Yeah,
myself watching it again. So, yep,
I
that's our
I had
review.
to watch. Yeah, that's our review. I don't see. You know what? Don't watch it twice because then you're gonna get pissed off. And here's the sad thing. Here's another sad thing. You know, let's go through the list of sad things about this movie. One, this isn't made for kids. This is clearly made for fucking adults. And that's a knock in itself because there's references to a black market, the uncanny valley moment. There's references to uh, human trafficking. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, these are trafficking of sanctioned creatures. Uh, body horror. Oh, this ain't made for kids. You know what this is made for? TikToking adults. And I've
Pretty
said
much.
once, and I'll say it again. I've said once, and I'll say it again. Twitter is my bar, and that's as far as I'm going to go. Disney, that's my bar. Twitter's my bar. If you go to TikTok, that's the worst case scenario. In closing, don't watch this movie.
Yeah, it's not worth. It. I feel like wasted potential, in my opinion.
It's garbage. Don't watch this movie. That's our review. Please like, sub, and subscribe to honest reviews. Unlike those, oh, it's okay. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, Doug, give us your honest opinion. You thought this was shit. Doug Walker, give us an
Oh,
honest opinion.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Give us an honest opinion, Doug. Come on, this was garbage. All right, you guys have yourselves a good one. Like, sub, and subscribe, and we're gonna go back to doing good movies. I'll have the review of Death Race 2000 sometime this week or next week. We did finish the review. We have it ready to go. I just haven't put it up yet. Death Race 2000. This flaming piece of trash Rescue Rangers, and we're gonna start John Candy month next month with starting with Uncle Buck. All right, you have yourself a very good day, and see you guys later.